I just saw that going up and down.
Yeah. Just like Pluto Nash.
And welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew. This week we're talking about Pluto Nash, starring Eddie Murphy.
And Randy Quaid.
And Rosario Dawson.
And also Eddie Murphy.
Jay Moore.
And Eddie Murphy.
Luis Guzman.
Ah, that's a good one. But I think there's Eddie Murphy.
Peter Boyle.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, what about Eddie Murphy in this one?
Oh. Folks, we got John Cleese.
Oh, we do have John Cleese. That's right. We did have John, but we did have Eddie Murphy.
And Burt Young.
Yeah, that's true. But there was Eddie Murphy.
Pam Grier.
Oh my. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's the one.
We also have
What's that one actor's name that was in this?
was it Eddie Murphy?
No, it was Randy Quaid. Get it together. My guy, jeez.
What's weird is
Eddie Murphy's the big actor in this movie. Cut it out.
I am looking at the cast, and you know who I don't see?
Who?
Baldwin.
He was in it for just a split sec.
He's not credited here, at least on Google.
Smartly.
Let me check the
Wisely.
all-knowing database of
IMDb.
Yeah.
IMDb. Well, while Andrew's checking out IMDb, I'd like to start out with the summary of this movie. Basically, we have Eddie Murphy who walks in as just straight off the streets from jail into a little casino area, actually a little bar area where this dude is playing the bagpipes and singing. He's about to get drowned in gasoline and killed, or coolant and killed, battery acid actually. And
Glug, glug, glug.
Instead, Eddie Murphy says, "Oh nope, let me take over the bar, and you save my friend." At the end of the day, he becomes a hit nightclub owner, and then some guy wants to be like Eddie Murphy and take over the world by being Eddie Murphy's character, Pluto Nash. And the mix in there's other things that happen, but yeah, that's basically
the nutshell. Yeah.
After that, it's just a big chase scene, and in between,
it's a really long chase scene
with Eddie Murphy, Rosario Dawson, and Randy Quaid.
So I did find Alec Baldwin on the all-knowing IMDb.
Your DB?
But he's he's listed as uncredited.
Your DB? IMDb.
You are to be?
All right. So, Eddie Murphy in this movie. Bad.
If you could swap him for any other comedic actor.
There's no saving this.
No.
There is no saving this.
If we're to take Pluto Nash from what it is and make it something marginally better, what actor are you bringing to this? I got mine locked and loaded.
Brendan Fraser.
Ooh. Why?
During that time period, he's kind of big.
Yeah?
He's coming fresh off Dudley Do Right. Perfect time period for him almost.
Okay.
I feel like he'd just kind of be a big actor to throw in there that people would probably go see because he just did George.
I don't feel like this is like a straight adventure movie like what he's typically done.
No, but that chase scene, I mean, it'd be perfectly fine. I mean, he also had the Looney Tunes movie just right after this.
I forgot about that.
Flopped like the same thing though, but you just add in the Looney Tunes. It was just a big chase scene.
That is true.
So why not add in Brendan Fraser? That's probably not the best pick, but that was just off the cuff. Like, boom, Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
All right, what you got, Andrew Faced?
Jim Carrey.
Didn't you go Jim Carrey in the Planet of the Apes?
Are you saying that I can't do Jim Carrey again?
I guess you can do Jim Carrey again if you want to.
All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. You know what?
Sylvester Stallone.
Adrian. Bruce Willis. Okay. I will not do Jim Carrey. We'll back off that.
Okay.
No more Jim Carrey.
That's the rewind.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just get stupid.
I'm pretty sure we're already there.
Chris Farley.
Okay. That'd be kind of like that'd give me some Beverly Hills Ninja vibe of Chris Farley mixed with some Almost Heroes.
I haven't seen that.
Wow, that's a good one. Classic.
It'd be kind of cool. Let's go full stupid. This movie's already stupid. Let's go full stupid.
It needs something to entertain. I feel like Eddie Murphy was just pumping out too many video movies at this time period.
I think this is around the time that you really saw Eddie Murphy just kind of stop caring.
Well, I mean, he did The Nutty Professor. He's putting out Dr. Dolittle.
I mean, as far as like acting.
Yeah, I'd say so, probably.
I mean, you can maybe argue, I would say maybe the first Dr. Dolittle, maybe, even though it's like kind of a trashy movie.
I mean, even then, I remember that was such a hyped movie.
But you look at his role in like Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Coming to America.
Trading
Places.
Uh-huh. Like he is chewing up the scenery. He's flexing his comedic biceps here. Oh. He looks bored. He looks bored.
This is his entry into kind of, not this movie per se, but his other movies, the Dr. Dolittle, the Nutty Professors. I think that was his entry kind of into the kids movie.
Like the family friendly. Yeah.
Besides, I think it was Norbit. Wasn't he in that? Norbit?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
I think he was the main character in that, but I think he kind of tried to crawl back out, which didn't flop. I think this was kind of his flopping period for the most part. And I think these types of movies were, the reason why people saw him is because Eddie Murphy's name was on it. And you're like, okay, let's see what Eddie Murphy's got.
Mm-hmm. We hoped for so long it would be something good, but it just never was.
Exactly. And we're still hoping. I mean, look at what he's still putting out.
I would say Dolomite is my name.
He crawled out. Yeah, he went back to kind of what he used to do a little bit.
I would say that one, he killed it. And then, yeah, he's been pretty much back in that hole.
Yep.
Which is kind of a shame. He's a good actor.
He's more of he just needs to, he can't be the lead anymore, I feel like, at this point. I feel like he's got to be like a shop owner in a movie or a cop or, just like a hit of something, or a teacher. I think he'd be a fantastic like teacher.
Yeah. Or you need to do a kind of buddy cop situation and put him with another actor that he vibes really well with.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Trading Places kind of showed us a little bit of that.
I guess we'll figure out in Beverly Hills Cop, the new one coming out.
Oh, there's a new one?
Yeah, there's going to be Beverly Hills Cop 4 coming out soon.
Oh, we got to go through the first three.
Yeah, I know.
I love those growing up.
The second to Coming to America was a flopper.
I have not seen that.
It was terrible.
I was so excited that I saw it was a flop, and I'm like, maybe I'll just pass.
That's wisely so. I was like, you know what? I love the first one. And I watched this one. I was like, what did I just watch? It was terrible.
Favorite scene?
You know what? I actually kind of enjoyed the whole nightlife they had going at his own club in the very beginning.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed the opening. Never mind. I'm going to go to the opening where he's at this bar in space-ish. They're about to do a Porson battery at that whole, just like how that all plays out. I'm just like, okay, you caught me. You got a good hook right here for a second. You got me for the next 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of enjoy how that kind of plays out. And he's like a well-known, it's like, who is Pluto Nash then exactly?
That kept bugging me about the movie, is like, he used to be a smuggler, I guess, is the gimmick.
Yeah, but he's a well-known smuggler.
Everyone knows this guy. He's like, Pluto Nash? Yeah, I'll murder for you. I'll do anything. I'll give you my car. Do you want my wife? I'll give you my wife. Do anything for Pluto Nash. It's like, they don't do anything to establish that to us.
Yeah, we don't know who he is. We just know that he's well known, and that's what that's what hooked me in. Is like, okay,
that bugged me.
No, I like that for a beginning of a movie, but I want some answers, and this movie came with no answers.
Yeah,
and that's what I don't like.
It's like, you see Han Solo, we know what he's known for.
Yeah, because you've seen the other 6 billion Star Wars out there,
right?
Yeah,
but also like just in the first one, it's like, okay, yeah, he's got some podunk freighter ship, but he did the Kessel Run.
Mm-hmm.
That was his big claim to fame.
Yeah. And
It's like, okay, cool.
And he hits it off right away, though, in Star Wars, I believe. He talks about the Kessel Run. But I'm okay with the movie if you don't drop it out like that right off the bat.
I'm okay with that, too. But give us something. Like, anything at all. But instead, all they say is like, oh, he's famous. Trust us, he's famous.
That's what it gives. I like it, though. I like that a little bit. But, I mean, give us some answers. Give us some answers as to what for. Give us some answers why these people are chasing after him and want to kill Pluto Nash, besides the property.
Right.
I think that is what...
And the whole cloning situation.
Yeah, why do you want to
Spoiler.
be Pluto?
And why are you hiding away?
Exactly. So I just... To me, the intro of the movie, though...
I should clarify, why is the clone hiding away?
Exactly. A.K.A. Eddie Murphy.
Yep. Favorite scene for me is actually going to be with Alec Baldwin, uncredited, when he played the gangster in the only scene. Because I don't know of any movie where he's played a gangster, and that gave me kind of like... I kind of want to see Alec Baldwin play gangster.
I feel like he's played one in another movie.
I looked it up. While you were talking, I actually looked it up.
And you didn't see another one?
I didn't see another one.
Wow. I feel like he should have been another one.
Right. He kind of fits like a natural... Like, you kind of figure he would.
Even as like his 30 Rock character, you could kind of see...
You can definitely see a gangster type guy in his 30 Rock.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Second, or just kind of putting this in there as a consolation prize for scenes, it would be probably the John Cleese, when John Cleese gets entered into the movie.
John Cleese is kind of the best part about this movie.
And he's like the car and the comedic scene between... I mean, this should be one of those games right here. But it's just in one answer. The game where you have to connect actors through movies. The Fourth Degree of Kevin Bacon or whatever it is.
Right.
But I like to play it with two different actors. So I think this one right here is a perfect like Randy Quaid and John Cleese. Like if somebody dropped that, I'd be like, let me try to connect that. I would not think of this movie.
No. Also, I was just thinking, let's swap Eddie Murphy and John Cleese.
If this movie came out in like
80s,
sure, but not for its time. Not for its time period.
not for 2001, but
No.
if it was like 80s, swap them.
Swap them, but not now.
No,
Not in that time period.
not in that time period. This movie should not be made now.
I mean, I'd be down for a remake.
It depends who's in it. It depends what we're doing with it.
I think it could be. I mean, there's potential here,
Yeah.
and I honestly think that the scenery in this movie. The first time I watched it, I think that's what caught me. Was the scenery.
The city was kind of cool.
Yeah, and just with the fact that it's like in space. That's kind of what kind of dragged me in the very first time I saw this movie. Now watching it for the second time, I had more important things to do on my fantasy football team.
I think you'll notice something, audience members, about our discussion of this movie, which is there's not a whole lot to talk about.
It's just a big chase scene.
It's just a big chase scene, beginning to end. He saves his friend, and then they're chased. Starting 2 years later, when he takes over his friend's nightclub, and then he sees Clone himself, and then Clone himself dies, and he's fine again.
I would say that this movie is probably the jokes it has, and there's not a lot, obviously.
That's the thing, is like even as like comedic gags, like for like movies that just rely on just comedic gags and not like a through line kind of story, like a Coneheads type thing.
Yeah, not a lot there.
There's not a lot there.
But I think
Here, there's not a lot there. There's no like single little gags that like stick out to me.
I would say though that these. I mean, obviously there is one.
Well, the maid bot.
Whoopsies.
The maid bot.
Yeah,
I stand corrected. Yeah, the maid bot.
but I would say that these gags are definitely. It hits that PG-13 like right in that rating.
They're pulling their punches.
Perfect. Like it's not about to hit that rated R. It's not definitely geared to that PG. It's right in that middle, that PG-13. It hits it right in the square.
I haven't looked up any facts on this, but this hits me as a movie that was rated R initially, and then was told, "Hey, let's make this for families," and then they kind of
Do you think an actor doled it up? Do you think in like Rosario Dawson? Do you think she was just like, let's pull back? Obviously, I don't see Eddie Murphy or Randy Quaid giving or care about it. Like, yeah, let's bring it on.
Yeah, no, I don't see John Cleese or Luis Guzman caring.
I think Rosario Dawson would be the one out of the big actors in this.
I mean, even then, like, she, no offense to her, she does a great job with what she's given, but you could have replaced her with anyone else.
I'm surprised they actually didn't bring, I'm surprised they didn't bring in a bring your name.
So I don't think she would have enough pull to be like, hey, let's gum this up to be a family movie.
That's true.
That's why I'm like, maybe it's a studio decision.
Must have been.
That sucks.
Luis Guzman, I keep on forgetting about him until you bring him up, and you brought him up in the character list or who was in this movie, and then you just brought him up a second ago. I always forget that he's just in this movie.
He's just in this movie.
He's one of those characters, and you know what? He's probably one of the better characters in this movie, actually.
They needed more Luis.
It would have brought more comedy. That guy is secretly comedy gold sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it's like too much. It's like, stop.
I'm not going to lie, I actually enjoyed him in Narcos, a more serious role for him.
I did not enjoy him as Gomez Addams.
He was Gomez?
He was Gomez.
In what?
In the Wednesday.
Oh.
Did not enjoy it.
That's okay.
I thought it was a terrible pick.
I gotta say, like, what is his name? The first guy that played
I'm not
Gomez.
gonna get his name, but I can picture him right now.
I can look him up.
Yeah, okay. Are you talking about the very first guy?
Yeah.
TV show?
Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Raul Julia.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's hard to one up that.
I still think Luis Guzman is not your person.
No, but I'm just saying that's a tough act to follow.
I think you could still base it off of it.
I think you can.
You can. I think you could. If you go back and look at like the Addams Family TV show from way back when, you can base it off that. You could do it. I can be Gomez.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I can be Gomez.
You're just saying that because your name's Raul and the original actor's name's Raul.
And I can be Gomez. I'm Gomez.
Say something in Spanish.
Nah. I don't want to be put on the spot. I don't like to be put on the spot. I beg to differ. We're going to move on.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to be put on the spot.
Gomez is an exhibitionist.
We were trying to make it through without any cuts.
That's not a cut. That's not a cut. An exhibitionist is just somebody who likes to show off for a crowd. That is it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody who loves doing theatrics in front of people. It's not necessarily something raunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's audience. I'm getting death glare.
Yep. Pluto Nash. Eddie Murphy. I think we were
not a cut.
We were expecting more of this movie. We were expecting when we picked this movie. I think you and I both remembered it in a different way, and it definitely did not hit us in that way that we were hoping.
I don't really remember this movie fondly. I just thought it would be like one of those, like Toy Soldiers, where it was like it's trashy, but it's like fun trash.
No.
Like it's fast food, like movie fast food. Here, are you looking up the word exhibitionist?
No, I was actually going to say Mr. Johnny Mac 14 on IG. I don't know him. I would not say follow this man, by the way, because I do not know him and I have no idea.
Why'd you just read off?
So, because he commented it perfectly. Poop emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji. And guess what?
Poop emoji?
Yeah, he hit us with 5 poop emojis on the Pluto Nash. So I think Mr. Johnny Mac might be onto something for this movie here.
Yeah. Boy, there's really just not a whole lot to talk about. But
Wow, I'm gonna make a pause.
I go above and beyond with my pauses. If you had a business on the moon, what would your business be?
I think actually Pluto had a good business for the moon.
A club?
Absolutely, because you got to think about who's gonna make it to the moon.
Rich?
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me I can't just get a bottle of Hornitos tequila and then upsell it for $50 a shot and make a bunch of money that way?
Okay. I gotta disagree with you.
Okay, what you got?
Similar angle. The rich are going to be going up there. We're talking people who have time to go to the gym, to work out. I'm opening up a gym on the moon.
Terrible idea.
No, because
Terrible
hear me
idea.
out.
I'm hearing
Astronauts atrophy out in space. Their muscles get smaller. They weaken because there's little resistance against them. There's no air up there. We're going to the moon. Similar thing.
Terrible.
They're bouncing around up on the moon. There's some oxygen in the cities, but like they're bouncing around. No, I'm going to open up a gym. People are going to be going to that gym to keep their muscles from atrophying.
Terrible idea.
Oh, it's a great idea.
Terrible idea.
It's a great idea.
Have you ever heard that thing? Would you rather be like trapped in a mall with like a black mamba or a gorilla?
The black mamba.
No.
100%.
No.
I've got the whole mall to myself.
The whole mall to yourself, but you have a
And
gorilla
one black mamba.
and one black mamba.
I'm taking black mamba.
No. That thing can hide. It can get into the places that you're at, and it can strike you, and you're dead. If you have 24 hours.
Oh, okay. So we're just making up rules as we go here.
No, you have 24 hours, and if you make it through, you
Do I
get
have to sleep?
$1 million. You don't have to sleep.
Okay.
I'm taking the gorilla.
Do I see the animal deposited into the...
No.
Okay. So I don't know where they're at.
No.
In that case, I'm going gorilla. If I were to see them put in, if they're being put in at the same time as me, then yeah.
No.
I'm taking black
I'm
mamba.
not even trying to. That thing's going to sneak up on me. I'd rather just go hide in a mall away from the gorilla, or it can't see me. What? The gorilla?
Gorillas have X-ray vision.
Right. Okay. Maybe in Planet of the Apes, but not here. But no, so think about that situation, but put it in the Pluto Nash world.
Okay.
So, with that being said, how scary would that be? A black mamba just floating through space.
Why is this what you're thinking about?
I don't know, but this is what runs through my head. Is a black mamba floating through space at me, trying to grab me.
Could you imagine getting hit by some just flying through space? I think I'd rather get hit by the black mamba.
I just think the black mamba coming at me,
But at least it's done.
and I'm like, and
At least it's done. It's over with. I don't have to suffer with. You gotta deal with it. You gotta like, oh, what's this on my face?
I think the black mamba floating through the air is scary. I just you put me in the moon with a black mamba or a gorilla. I still think I choose the gorilla.
Okay,
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
but this is going to be another pause.
Oh, great. You editing this one?
Nope. This one's staying.
Oh, pauses.
No. So let's say you go to the moon.
Mhm.
Are you going to be hooking up with Rosario Dawson?
No. I'm a married man.
Oh, my trap card failed.
You have fallen into my trap card, Andrew. Welcome to Magical Cylinders.
Cylinders.
Isn't what it's called? What's it called? The Yu-Gi-Oh card where you shoot at me and I shoot it right back at you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like Magic Cylinders, something like that.
Yeah.
Pot of greed. Now I get to draw 2 cards. And I play.
You know what? Better movie.
Andrew has failed.
Better movie. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Absolutely. I'd rather watch the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. I have plenty of times. I'll watch any of them almost. Any of them.
There's multiple?
There's multiple Yu-Gi-Oh movies.
Wow.
I'm surprised they haven't made a live action Yu-Gi-Oh yet. Give me that over this. Done.
What if it sucked?
Still better than this. The person whoever has Yugi's hair is definitely worth watching.
Okay. Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Live action.
Okay. We
Or
saw that.
Or this.
The Dragon Ball Z live action was more entertaining than this.
I'm actually with you. Avatar.
The Last Airbender?
Live action.
Yep, I'd rather watch that. It's kind of sad because I actually remember enjoying watching this movie for the first time, and then now looking back, it's terrible. It's terrible.
It is extremely boring.
I'm going to dive into my final thoughts.
Please do.
And I'm going to say...
Save this podcast from becoming Pluto Nash.
Yeah, so we're just going to dive right into it. And I'm going to say that this movie is a 2 out of 10. Its only saving grace is probably just the scenery a little bit.
Like the set design?
Yeah, I think they did a great job there. Everything else...
Yeah.
So 2 out of 10. Definitely a skip. Definitely a snooze fest.
Kids, would you let your kids watch this?
No. There's too many dirty jokes in there.
And that's the problem. This movie's like, hey, where I'm saying feels like it's a movie that was rated R, and they gummed it up to be PG-13, and it still doesn't even work.
If it was rated R, I think it'd been better.
100%.
If it went straight to the PG, better.
Rated R, we're talking like Total Recall style.
Yeah. I think this would be a movie where I'm going to forget about again. And I'm going to watch it with my kid eventually. And I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry that we watched that movie. And the kid's going to be, Dad. I'm back. Not all of us are winners.
My mom looks at me every day and is like, man, I could have done better.
Not all heroes wear capes. Live long enough to see yourself to become a villain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give this a 2. I'm just gonna give this a 0.
Yeah.
The moon set design was pretty good, but not. It's not anything notable.
It's just a saving grace to me.
It's no Mario Bros, where it's kind of impressive.
A lot better movie.
Mario Bros?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo, Bob Haskins.
Easily. This was just boring trash. This was
snooze fest.
Yeah. I kind of spaced out about 20 minutes in for the rest of the movie and did not miss a thing.
Said fantasy football was better. Checking the Mariners game was better.
Texting friends was better.
It was. Making fantasy football trades. There's a lot of trade negotiations that happened during this.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty
Did you get Rosario Dawson?
No.
And with that, it's been another episode of Backseat Critics.
I got some good draft picks of fantasy football.
Where can they find us?
Oh yeah, on Instagram. And anywhere you listen to your podcast, you can find us at the Backseat Critics.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
We out. Oh, at the same time. We don't do that often. I'm RJ. That was Andrew.
We're both exhibitionists.
Oh my gosh, don't worry.